everyone, my name is Emma with Thunderbird Performance. Today I'm going to show you some different ways to set up when you're using the Calm app. So if you haven't downloaded already, the Calm app is an app that you can get on your phone. So just go into the App Store, you can download it, sign up for the membership. It's amazing. They have daily meditations, they have a morning one, they have a night one. There's just a bunch of different content in there. They also have different courses by professional athletes and celebrities such as LeBron James or Matthew McConaughey. And it's really fascinating to go in and listen to. They have some courses in there. And so if you go in, it's all really digestible content. It's about 10 minutes per episode. But you can go in and hear why LeBron James likes to take naps, or how mindfulness has affected his practice and when he started using it and the results that he saw. But it's really cool because instead of just hearing it from me, you can hear from the greats and the people who really inspire us. So I highly recommend that. There's also sleep sounds on there. I'm a Calm Island girl or oscillating fan, but you can download them for when you're traveling, when you're on away games, anything, so that you have that kind of. It's great because you can customize it so that you can use it offline. So when you're traveling, you can download things so that you can use it on an airplane. You can use it anytime that you need it. So I highly recommend doing that, getting to know the app and really making sure you use it. So my favorite times to use it, I use the app twice a day. Well, I sleep using the sounds too, but I do the Calm morning meditation, and then there's an evening one too. I'm not sure if they actually say morning and night, but that's just how I split it up. So when I wake up, when my alarm goes off, before I get on social media, before I get online, before I check anything or respond to any messages, I will, if I need to, use the restroom, and then I will take, I have a water bottle right by my bed, and I will drink at least probably like 20 to 40 ounces of water. And I know that's a lot, but hydrating yourself first thing in the morning is really, really important. You've just gone hopefully at least 8 hours without drinking water. And our body needs, so whatever your body weight is, if you half that, so let's say we weigh 200 pounds, you would need 100 ounces of water every day. Right? So if you start your day off by drinking 40 ounces of water, that's a great way to get started. And it's a great way to not be like so worried or just not even have to think about it. So I highly recommend doing that. But I get out of bed. If you have a mat, that's great. You can just do it on the floor. But I like to do legs up the wall first thing in the morning. When you reverse the blood flow in your body, and you're going to see what I mean, when you're first waking up, it kind of reverses the effect. So when I'm sleepy and I'm just getting out of bed, this will help to wake up my body, versus when at night when I do this, it really helps to calm me down and ground me down. So it helps me to fall asleep. So if you don't have your yogi toes yet, these are going to be your best friends. You can order them on Amazon if you don't have the link. I'm sure you have it in an email from us already, but if you don't have it and you need it, you can reach out to me and I will send it to you. So we're just going to slide these in. The best way to get into legs up the wall and do it so that your clothing actually feels comfortable when you're laying there is to slide your hips all the way up so they're touching the wall, and then start to lay down from there. And then if you need to, you can use your elbows to kind of scoot yourself forward. So this might be a lot for some of us, and if it is, you're always welcome to bend your knees. You're going to see what feels best for your body. Just explore it. Take time as you get set up. But what I want you to feel, so there's a slight curve in your lower back. So what I like to do is kind of lift. So pushing my heels into the wall, I engage my core and I lift my hips up. And then I want you to lay it slowly back down so that your lower back presses flat. It's going to just encourage a nice stretch through your lower back. It feels really, really good. And then from there, long. So if you have a really big arch in your low back, try to flatten that out, find the stretch. Okay, so from here, as we're here, this might be a lot, so you can bend your knees, whatever you need. We're gonna start with some shoulder mobility. So what I want you to do is interlace your fingers. Now, you're gonna notice if you reach up, your shoulders are gonna come forward, or they're gonna stay all the way down. You can take a couple movements like this to kind of feel, it's a really easy way to kind of assess what's going on with your shoulders already. You can kind of get a neck stretch too, but I like to do 10 of these. So we'll do 4 more. 3, 2, 1, and then you can keep your fingers interlaced. I sometimes like to do the little James Bond thing in the morning. And then with your neck, as you're here, just make sure there's a slight tuck of the chin so that you have a little stretch through your neck, along the back side of your neck. And then we're gonna reach up and back. So we're gonna do 10 of these. You don't have to go all the way down. You can stop right above your chest. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. I don't know if you can hear my shoulders crunching on the microphone, but that is what volleyball does to your shoulders. I'm sure some of you might be feeling that as well. So from here, then you're going to lay down. So you're going to cactus your arms or goalpost, whatever resonates. And then I don't like to drag on the floor because I don't want to rip my shirt or snag it, but you can be rubbing on the floor, but try to reach the back of your hands down or just hover right above. And then you're going to touch your fingertips together and then squeeze your elbows down by your side. So as you squeeze your elbows down by your side, it's easy to let your hands rotate up, but I really want you to find that stretch. So stay there. So we got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now you can either do this while the calm app is playing, or I like to do these movements before to just kind of get set and then settle in so that I can really meditate and then I'm fully dialed in for those 10 or 11 minutes, however long it is. Okay, so then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to bend the right knee and we're going to kind of just pull it into our chest. Now we're going to start doing ankle circles. So from here, if this feels good, you can be here. If you have the mobility, you can cross it over into a figure 4, but I'm going to show you this first. So we're going to go ankle circles. So 10, you can pick either direction. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I'm going to cross over just because I have the space. If you don't, then just stay there. And then we're going to go 10 the other way. Now, if this is a lot and you have your hand on your leg, that's fine. But what I want you to do is think about pushing kind of up this way. So we never want to push directly on the joint. We want to come down to where some place is actually stable. So when you think about your hips, right? So your hip is a ball and socket joint. So it can stretch and go in any direction. Your knee is not. It's a hinge joint. So it only goes forwards and backwards. It only goes like this, right? It can't go side to side. We're not stretching our knee joints. So you never want to think that you're like pushing or stretching there. And then we're going to do 10 ankle circles the other way. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then point and flex. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is going to build some fire. Good. And then we're just going to switch. So option to stay here, or you can cross over. So 10 circles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you want to, you can cross over or stay there and then switch directions. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Point and flex. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay, so let's say we just did all that. Whew, my shins are lighting up. You might be feeling that too. From here, you can stay with your legs straight up. And then now I would recommend pressing play, right? So we have all of our joints in alignment. We're starting to stretch out. If your neck feels a little bit tight, another thing you can do is kind of grab the base of your skull. So push your fingers like right at the base of your skull. You're going to feel that little notch. So then you can kind of pull yourself forward. And then as you do, kind of roll it down so you have that super double chin, probably more. And you're going to just plant your head down and then you have a little grip. So you're going to get that stretch. If you want to, you can roll your head from side to side. That's a great way to stretch too. Good. So once we're kind of engaged, then you can press play. As you're here, we have a few different videos on breathing techniques. It's totally up to you. I really like to breathe based off of my heartbeat, and you're going to notice this, that as you start to breathe, you're going to slow down. Well, depending on the type of breath that you're doing, you're going to really impact your heartbeat. So if we're breathing really fast, right, like if we're running, if we're exercising, our heart rate's moving faster. If we're breathing really slow and calm, our heart rate is going to start to beat really slow and methodical. So when you're here in this kind of resting state, you can control your breath. Sometimes I like to go 6 in, 6 out, whatever feels good. Or if you want to, you can use your mantras and your mudras and count. Now, as we're meditating, it's really easy, especially during the calm app, if you're not actually paying attention to the words that are being said. Like sometimes I actually focus on how the word sounds, because like if my mind is kind of wandering or whatever, you really want to. Mindfulness is a practice, right? And we always say this, you're exercising a muscle. So you want to come back and like wrap it in and be here. So If your mind strays, it's okay. All we're trying to do is notice and come back and notice and come back. And then eventually the times that we drift away start to get smaller and smaller, fewer and fewer. So I like to keep my legs straight up for about a little over half, maybe even just through the introduction, because I've already been in this pose for a few minutes. And then what I like to do is let my feet come out wide. Now, if I'm in a small space, I'll just keep my legs straight up. But I really like how this feels. It's so great for the insides of your thighs, and you're going to feel, I feel very tight here. So this just feels so good. It's a supported pose. You don't have to stretch super far. Even if you're, you can be right here, you're going to feel it, right? But try to keep your low back flat and down. If this is too much or you start to get a burning sensation anywhere in your body, I want you to try to bend your knees, and then you can just push your heels in on it. This feels really great, and it also activates some different muscles. So just play around what your body is asking for at night, and then you're just here. With your arms, I like to stretch out and open wide as I can and find a place. Everyone's going to be different. Sometimes it's up here. You want to try to keep your shoulders away from your ears, but just try to reach out long, find some space, and then be here where you're going to feel a stretch across your chest. And mine, when I'm here after, so like even in a subtle stretch, if I'm in it for long enough, different muscle fibers and different tissues in my body will start to open up and stretch. And there's like these different levels and layers of relaxation. So as you're here, I just want you to find a position and just try to be here the entire time, because your muscles will really, really start to relax. And that's when the more restorative, the yin style of yoga opens up the different types of fascia and the different types of connective tissue in our body. And it's really magical what can happen when you start to relax into it. So, good. So we're going to be here. And then just for the sake of it, let's take one deep inhale together. And full exhale. Good. And that's it. So from here, you're just going to slowly roll over and then press yourself up. You can pop your yogi toes out, give your toes a little pop, and then go on with your day, whatever's next. So maybe you're just waking up, maybe you're about to go to sleep. Just use this tool as a way to take control of the energy, or at least set the pace, set the intention for the type of energy that you want to create around your day and around wherever you are and what you're doing. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. I hope this helps, and I hope you enjoy using the Calm app as much as we do. Have a great day. Namaste.